Let's continue to be with our breath. Let us all breathe together. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh. As we continue to be here, to be now, and to be present, we get to recognize this divine presence, the omnis, omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent, omniactivity of the universe. This universal field of consciousness is revealing itself as love, peace, oneness, prosperity, infinite possibilities, joy, beauty, compassion. These are only few of the qualities that shows up as each and every one of us. For we are living and moving and having our being in life. As Ernest Holmes calls it, life with a capital L. So from this unified field of consciousness, I give thanks for our meditation practice. I give thanks for all the insights, all the downloads, all the openings and awakenings that is happening here in this room. It's happening online via Facebook, YouTube, Zoom. And we give thanks for this ripple effect of love that is flowing from this epicenter of transformation, touching the world. So this meditation is blessed. This room is blessed. Our congregation is blessed as we begin to transition into the next expression of the divine. We know this room is primed and ready to have a celebration of the divine life that is within us. Once again, I invite us to take a deep breath in. Big exhale. Bring your hands together. Just rub your hands together. Bring your hands together. Bring the praying hands, the Namaste Mudra, to the heart center, the heels of the hands at the heart. And together, family, we practice one Om to seal the deal. Inhale first. Release your breath. Now let's inhale for the Om. Inhale. Om Shanti Namaste. I invite you just to take a moment and feel this divine energy that we are participating in. And I invite you to hold this high consciousness as our family members begin to come in for our celebration service that will begin in about 10 minutes. Thank you for joining us for meditation at home. Thank you for being here. Namaste.
Good morning, good morning, good morning,
Good
and
morning.
welcome to this sacred space, this wonderful place. I'm going to ask the band to rumble. I'm going to need more level. I am as God created me in the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me in the light, in the love, in the glory. 2, 3, 4.
I am as God created me in the light, in the love, and the glory. I am as God created me in the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am.
Stamp on the G. If you want to stand up and dance, stand up and dance. If you
Come
want to
on.
sit there and not dance, sit there and not dance. You are free to do what you want. Let it cycle through you in the way your soul says yes.
Come on, come on.
Woo.
Hey,
I am as God created me.
There we go.
In the light, in the love, and the glory.
I missed you.
I miss you too.
I am as God created me in the light, in the love, and the glory.
Hey, hey.
In the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory, I am.
Oh,
In the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory, I am.
hey.
In the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory, I am. In the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory. In the light, in the love, and the glory, I am.
What?
Well, that felt good. I think I got my steps in.
Yes.
Please be seated. And I want to welcome you. I am Dr. Sydney, and I'm the spiritual leader of this community. And I want to share an idea with you, and it will be repeated a few times during my talk today. It's from David Hawkins, who wrote Power versus Force. Let me just adjust this a little bit. One individual who vibrates to the energy of pure love will counterbalance the negativity of 750,000 who do not. Oh, that didn't impact the way I thought it would. Okay.
I got it.
Okay, I'm going to read it again. Pretend it's the first time you're hearing it. One individual who vibrates to the energy of pure love will counterbalance the negativity of 750,000 who do not. Thank you. So just think for a second. We probably have, I don't know, last week we had about 150 people total in the sanctuary and online. If we took everybody who is part of this experience today, 150 people, and we all vibrate to the energy of pure love for just 30 seconds. Oh my God, just 5 seconds, because I know there's a parking lot out there you're going to have to deal with later. But if we just did that, we counterbalance the energy of, let's say, 150 times 750,000. I don't do math like that. You do. No. Minister math, not today. We will change the world. So that is our intention. That is our mission. We are here. We are absolutely unapologetically inclusive, and we are so glad that you have joined us on this journey of your life. So wherever you are on that journey, wherever you are on the spectrum of gender, of age, of color, of culture, of political beliefs, right? Of any of that, of philosophy, of religiosity. I don't usually say that word very often. Thank you. I didn't know it was coming out. I hoped. But wherever you are, whether you have deep spiritual beliefs or no spiritual beliefs, we are glad that you are here because you are part of the tapestry of this world, of this life, of this community, and we cherish you. We are grateful for you. Have a great service.
Good morning. I am Gail Palat. I am a licensed practitioner, professional practitioner here at NHCRS. As we prepare to dive into the service, please check that your cell phones are silenced. You're welcome to take photos and all that, but keep your cell phones silent. I also want to welcome our live streamers. We would love to know where you are. Go ahead and enter your location in the chat, please. Please join me in prayer. Let's take a deep breath in. I like to breathe in God. And breathe out all that no longer serves us. Just breathe it all out. Continue breathing in and out as I recognize with gratitude God, the good of which there is no opposite and no equal. God, everywhere present, all-knowing and all-powerful. The one presence, the one principle, and the one power. God is love and kindness and abundance and health and community, and all that is good. And I absolutely know that I am a manifestation of God. I am an emanation of God. I know that I have all the qualities of God. I know this for myself. I know this for all beings everywhere, that we have love, we are kindness, we are peace, we are abundant, we are community. And I absolutely know that we are representatives of God and that we act as such in all that we do in our daily activities. I speak my word for this service knowing that it is blessed. All aspects of this service are divinely guided. We are grateful for our musicians, our audiovisual team, our staff, our volunteers, and all that come together to put this service together. And we are especially blessed by the presence of Dr. Sydney as she channels God's word into all that she says in this service. And that she is a light, and she shines upon all of us as she gives us words of wisdom where we learn what we need to learn, we hear what we need to learn and hear, and it is all done with love. And with a grateful, grateful heart, I release my word into the law of mind. And so it is, and together we say, Amen. It's up there? Oh.
Yeah, we've lost your mic. Lean in a little bit.
Please.
Yeah.
I'm right here, though. Oh, farther, okay. Please join me for the prayer of the month, which is right here.
No.
Ready?
Yes.
Today is my mental house is at peace, and I enter into a permanent and conscious relationship with the divine presence. I permit only that which is loving, kind, and true to find entrance or exit through my consciousness. Realizing that I cannot ask for that which I refuse to give, I look upon all the earth as a dwelling place of spirit. I love all creation and enter into conscious union with people, things, and events, realizing that the kingdom of heaven is not far off, but is ever at hand. I know I am worthy inhabitant of this kingdom. Knowing that everyone is subject to the law of love, I know that everything is made perfect through that law. Amen.
All right, so before we go any further, I want to ask anyone who might be here for the first time, maybe is here for the first time in a long time, and would you just raise your hand, because we have a gift for you. Gretchen, yeah. We have a wonderful gift for you, and I promise all you have to do is just identify yourself so we can give you that gift. You don't have to testify. There will be no animal sacrifice. All you have to do is just raise your hand so we can gift you. And while our ushers, we have two up here. There we go. And we have another one here. Alcid, come this way. Come toward me. Alcid, walk toward me. Well, walk toward them, but then walk toward me. Walk anywhere you want. You're doing great, babe. All right. So while we're doing that, and there's one, we have another beautiful woman here. We're not going to let you go home without a present, I promise. So if you are someone who just did not feel inclined to raise your hand, we do have a welcome table outside on the patio. And after the service, please make sure that you stop by and get a packet. But we're going to make sure that this beautiful woman, you're coming back in, right, guys? Someone's coming back in with another package. Dun, 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 dun. Talk amongst yourselves. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we have to get more from the office. I promise we will gift you. I promise. So we have a blessing for you. I want you to turn to those people who are new, or turn to the people around you. Maybe you know them, maybe you don't. And from the bottom of your heart to the deepest part of their soul, would you please say, we see you, we bless you, and we welcome you. And if this community works for you, and I hope it does, we would love for you to get involved. We have activities, we have teams that show up in service, and they're wonderful things that you can get involved in so that you can expand your understanding of what family and community, what those words can mean for you. If this community does not work for you, then please, we invite you to keep seeking. Everybody deserves to have a spiritual home and deserves to be able to walk with someone on their journey. So that's as much as I'm going to say about that. Let's go ahead and stand and sing our song for the week.
Everywhere I look, I see the face of God. Everywhere I look, I see the face of God. Everywhere I look, I see the face of God. Face of God. Face of God. I see the face of God. Face of God. Everywhere I look, I see the face of God. Everywhere I go, I see the face of God. Everywhere I go, I see the face of God. In the light, in the light, dancing in the light, in the light. Every breath I take the life of God. Every breath I take, I breathe the life of God. Every breath I take, I breathe the life of God. Life of God. Life of God. I breathe the life of God. Life of God. Everywhere I go, I see the face of God. Everywhere I look, I see the face of God. Everywhere I look, I see the face of God. Face of God. Hey, face of God. I see the face of God. Face of God. I see the face of God. Face of God.
Well, you'll remember that one. Okay, we're going to take just a few minutes to walk around, say hello, offer a hug, a handshake, a namaste, and we'll meet you on the other side.
refusing none. O great Spirit of love, eternal goodness flows like a flood. Love is all is love. Join us in singing the music of one and all in one. No greater blessing neath moon or sun. No greater blessing.
Now is the time where we join together in a few minutes of meditation. I invite you to settle in and touch the silence within your heart. Simply become aware of your breathing and choose to be present in this beautiful moment. And as you dive deeper, I offer these words to you. There is one mind, there's one life, this life is God, and this life is my life now. Or you could repeat, God is the love that I am. Silently repeat to yourself, God is the love that I am. After 5 minutes, I will bring us out of the meditation. Please enjoy.
Let's have a conversation about this nation. Everyone talks about polarization, but who decided we're so divided and everyone's opinion is one-sided? Does it all come down to red states or blue? Is it us against them, me against you? Is that all true? I don't think so. We've always been better together than we could ever be apart. We live, we love, we rise above, we fight, we fall, but after all is said and done, we're better as one. We're better as one. Now, what if I got up in your face, but with an attitude of latitude and grace? No trace of hate, just an embrace. Think of all that we could create. If we spoke our minds and didn't mind that others spoke theirs from time to time, there's room enough for all of us to shine. We've always been better together than we could ever be apart. We live, we love, we rise above, we fight, we fall, but after all is said and done, we're better as one. Oh yeah, we're better as one. So how do we make this hatred stop when social media keeps stirring the pot and CNN keeps fighting the fox? Can't we all just get along? We've always been better together than we could ever be apart. We live, we love, we rise above, we fight, we fall, but after all is said and done, we're better as one. We're better as one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Okay. Oh, that doesn't fit. Okay. All right. So earlier I shared with you a thought from David Hawkins, and I want to read it again. No, you don't have to go nuts and applaud for it, but it's just because I do want to start this message with this idea of the vibration of pure love. So one individual who vibrates to the energy of pure love will counterbalance the negativity of 750,000 who do not. So how do we move into, and what is that energy of pure love? You know, it sounds very noble. It sounds really, really, just aspirational as can be, and wouldn't that be wonderful? You know, it's actually quite simple. We move into a vibration of pure love when we are, there's so much noise happening here. I might ask to switch to a cordless mic because this is, there are pounds and pops and clicks, so let's see what happens here. There are ways that we move into pure love, the vibration of pure love. And the ways that we can do it are just simply through helping each other, letting somebody else into a parking space. That is the vibration of pure love. Acknowledging somebody else on the journey, that's pure love. Laughter is pure love. Believe it or not, that's an energy of pure love. So let's see what we can do, just because I want us to start off in that vibration. Thank you, Blair. I appreciate it. That's great. So here's a thought. I've been looking at the things that we can do to activate a sense of pure love. Now I'm going to argue with this. You know, you'd think we'd never done this before. We actually have many times. All right. Money can't buy happiness, but it does quiet the nerves. Here's one. I hate it when I gain 10 pounds for a role, and then remember I'm not an actor. We are a heart-centered, spirit, Skip.
Okay, got it.
We are a heart-centered, spirit-led community. Heart-centered, spirit-led. And that's my talk today. Thank you. Just let it hang back there as long as it's out of my hair. We rest on the collective wisdom, the collective consciousness, the awareness, the faith, and the spiritual muscle of all of those, not just currently in this room, but who have gone before. You know, this community has been here for over 70 years. And yeah, I know, that's pretty impressive. The doors are still open. A lot of communities can't say that. But it's because we have this collective awareness that we've been building on, that I know that whether these beings are still in physical form or not, their vibration is still here. We are still part of it. We rest on their energy. We stand on their shoulders. Here's just an example. I just spoke to someone earlier who was, during the meet and greet, who was married here 50 years ago, and she's here now. Hi, Mary. We have practitioners who studied. I got my license as a professional prayer practitioner in 2000. In 1999, Gretchen got her license. We have Lisa Barish. And I know I'm going to leave everybody else out, but you can complain to me or skip later. So we stand on the shoulders of those, because that is the kind of vibration that continues. That is the pure love. That is the wisdom. That is the intentionality with which this community exists and which we want to bring to the world. It is what we intend to bring to the world. We are clear that that is what we bring to the world. So spirit-led, let's break it down. Heart-centered means that we are not sentimental whiners, you know, who are overly sensitive and we cross our fingers, we're making wishes. You know, we're not lemmings who toss pink fairy dust over all the messes in the world. That's called putting whipped cream on garbage. We don't do that. And this idea of spirit-led doesn't mean that we superstitiously hope. We hope that some deity out beyond all time and space will look kindly upon us and, you know, give us a break. That is not what we do. Heart-centered, spirit-led means that we learn to listen deeply. We listen deeply to a greater presence and power that is stirring within us. And it might be stirring as loving guidance. It might be stirring as divine discontent. It might be stirring as all sorts of things, but we listen to it. We cultivate the awareness of that voice within that. Do you know that one within you who is stirring you to a greater idea? That is that heart center. That is that spirit-led. That is where that vision comes from. And you know, I know that everybody in this room has a vision, has a dream. And if you are not paying attention to it, or if you've not checked in with it, or you're feeling like you don't have one, it's time to wake up, because you and I serve this world in a greater way by awakening to that voice within and following its lead. That's what we do. And if you do have a vision and you're just sort of coasting along, going, well, this is cool, this is good, I'm going along, yeah, check that off, whatever. If it's not scaring you, it's not big enough. If it's not scaring you, it's not big. And if you don't think you're ready for it, tough. Say yes anyway. Say yes now. Say yes now, because those yeses qualify us. You know, we've all heard this phrase, because Skip and I say it all the time, that God doesn't call the qualified. God qualifies the called. So those yeses qualify us. Those yeses raise that muscle, that they bring us into a sense of greater connection, awareness, and possibility. But it only happens with that conscious yes. Yeah. And hey, I'm working alone here. And one more thing, and it's going to launch us into this discussion. Heart-centered, spirit-led means that we co-create, we align, and we partner with the highest vision of peace, love, faith, and wholeness. That's what we do. So this is not a transactional, okay, God, if I agree to do this, then you'll bless me, right? No, that's not what we do. We step forward in service because it is that vibration of service that brings us into that space, that vibration of pure love. It is the vibration of service because that's what connects us with others. That's what connects us with hearts. And there's a difference between service and volunteer, by the way. Volunteerism is awesome, 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 and yet most of us tend to approach being volunteers as sort of a thought, well, if they paid me, I'd be able to do this, but they can't pay me, so I guess I'll show up anyway. That's not what service is. And yes, if we could pay you, we would. Well, maybe we would, I don't know, but we want service because service is what enlivens us. It's what opens us up to a greater knowing of how God, how spirit, how law, how love is serving us. In other words, we are modeling and reproducing that law of love and life which says create, which says love, which says stand forth in the integrity of truth and possibility and touch a heart, because that's exactly what spirit-led means. So on our challenge is that I notice in myself, and I notice in the world, that rather than going heart-centered, spirit-led, we tend to much easier default to a mindset of fear-centric and panic-driven. I paint quite a picture, don't I? Fear-centric and panic-driven. Good times. So the challenge, and it's not just a day-to-day thing. Sometimes for me it can be moment to moment to moment to moment that I do not default to that operating system, the consciousness of the world, that what we call the race consciousness, the collective thinking, that we do not default to that whole idea of fear-centric, panic-driven, but bring ourselves back to a conscious commitment to being heart-centered, spirit-led, heart-centered, spirit-led, heart-centered, spirit-led. And we do it over and over and over until we actually know that's exactly who we are. So there will be times it's going to feel like we are putting on clothes that belong to somebody else. But that's the garment we must put on now. That's the garment we must put on. And it's very, very important that we do that. Because if we go to that collective default, we absolutely fall into fear-centric, panic-driven. It's very easy to do. It's very easy to do. So the great illusion in our world is that there's God, or spirit, or life, or light, or whatever your name for that name and nature within you is, that presence that surrounds and fills us. The great illusion is that we think there's God and something else. God and something else. Or we have an asterisk, right? God is everywhere equally present, except there. God is everywhere equally present. Oh, yeah, not there. Oh my God, not. It's a non-negotiable for us. And it's a non-negotiable whether we actually grok it down here or not. It's the practice. And again, we put that garment on. And it's an internal awareness, it's an external awareness, that we live not just aspirational. Wouldn't it be nice if we thought that God was everywhere equally present, but that we begin to claim we know, and we absolutely affirm and connect with a greater truth that we may not have a full embracing of yet, because that's part of the qualification, the growing, the learning, and how we grow that muscle, but that we begin to say, I'm willing to align with that idea. I'm willing to be grown by that idea. I'm willing to live according to that idea. Oh, so we get there through lots of conscious spiritual engagement, work, and willingness. So there's a term that old school metaphysicians used to use, and I want to just drop it into the space. It's double-mindedness. Double-mindedness. Kind of quaint, huh? kind of quaint. It's contemplation of a world that is both good and evil. It's mental acceptance of a principle of evil as well as of good. It's a superstitious thing that is in the world, which means it's in us. This constitutes a denial of God as omnipresent good. So what we know, what we believe, and what we claim, and part of our stated principle is there is one life. That life is God. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. Now, intellectually, you can say it all day long, all day long, all day long, and it will mean nothing. However, when we begin to look at where that shows up as our heart-centeredness, then we actually begin to embrace and express that we are aligned with and as this one life. Rather than participating in a belief or a duality of God and good and evil, God and the devil, yes and no, left and right, right and wrong, all of that, we begin to look to that place that is the absolute truth of who we are, that goes beyond opinion, beyond judgment, beyond fear, beyond CNN, beyond all of that, to the truth that there is only one. There's one. There's one. We are one with the one. What happens is that our contemplation, it becomes a contemplation, and we don't even know that it almost becomes like a rigorous spiritual practice. And we contemplate that we're separate from an infinite power, and we are separate from that presence, which is greater than everything that we see, can touch, know, feel. And it is the root of our fear. It is the root of our pain and our suffering. Because when we become so dedicated and so convicted of our fears, our judgments, and our perception of that's bad, this is good, we map that onto our daily lives as our operating system. You understand what I'm saying here? It becomes the operating system. And if you work with computers, and I mean, gee, if you have a phone, you know you've got an operating system. Everything goes through and comes from, filtered by the operating system. So what are you mapping onto your life? What are you mapping? What is the operating system that you might have chosen as your default? It's very easy to unconsciously choose an operating system of fear, of panic, and we do that. And it begins to just absolutely create this perception. It's the lens through which we see and experience all. But that's not the only operating system you have to choose from. We have an operating system that is anchored in the truth, the highest truth. That is not about the fear, but it's anchored in truth that moves us into being able to transform the fear. The operating system that's not about the panic, but opens us and aligns us with the possibilities that can guide us into dispelling and deconstructing and dissolving the panic, right? So it's an overlay. And we invest in the stuff in the world, and sometimes we don't even know it. So I want us to really get conscious and to wake up about where we're being heart-centered or fear-centric, spirit-led or panic-driven. I really want us to get that. So, are you investing in struggle right now as a justification for your anger and fear? And I don't think, I know, I'm not saying each one of you is guilty of this. That's not what I'm saying. But I just want you to consider, are you possibly investing in struggle as a justification for anger and fear? Are you investing in anger and fear as a justification for struggle? You know, we have grown up in a consciousness, in a country, in a world that wants us to believe that we struggle, that life is really, really hard, and that some people get ahead and some people don't. There are these thoughts in the collective. We don't have to be a part of them. we can leave them on that buffet. You know, you've heard me say before, if there's kale on a buffet, I'm going right past it. I'll even go for the Brussels sprouts, but I am not going to touch the kale. Don't go through the line later and say, oh, but I have a really good way of preparing it. The only way you prepare kale is you take a little salt, a little pepper, some light, nice olive oil, you saute it gently, then you throw the whole thing down the garbage disposal. So I want you to think about, are you investing in struggle as justification? Are you investing in that which is being presented to you on a daily basis in terms of the economy, somebody else's actions, a political leader's actions, the news? And this one isn't even a yes or no question. How much are you investing in your own collective stress and anxiety? How much are you investing in that? One of the things we talk about a lot in our board for this church is we have money that we have invested, and we also have a lot of energy that we invest. So we like to look at what that ROI is. What's the return on the investment, right? So what's the return on your investment in stress and anxiety? I promise you, if that's where your energy and your investment is, you will have great returns. However, if you are investing in the divine potential and possibility that resides within you and as you, because it is that presence that is divine, the return on that investment will change your life. It will change this world. So when we argue for and we justify our perceptions of right and wrong, pain and indignation, you know, our separation, we literally dig ourselves deeper into experiences, more experiences of hopelessness, helplessness, and abandonment. Sounds good, right? And the thing is, even though you might have a stated purpose statement, right? You might have that, or a mission statement that you pledge to live by. Even though you might have that, and it might involve words like peace, oneness, compassion, and positive outcomes for all, if you have not deconstructed your beliefs, those deep beliefs in separation, then those experiences that we call your life will absolutely and perfectly reflect your sense of separation from love, from God, from harmony, from possibility. Because that's how it works. It starts on the inside, and then it moves to the outside. Cause, effect. Cause, effect. Consciousness before form. Consciousness first, form second. And consciousness, by the way, is just a $9 word for everything that you're thinking and believing. And we walk around the world with that. We call it consciousness. We call it awareness. It's really that which determines our experience in the world. So we seek here to have a consciousness of possibility, of connection, of infinite joy, of limitless living, of being so inspired that not only do our lives unfold in this radiance and brilliance that we call light, that we call God, that we call love, whatever your word for that is, but that you also, because of that vibration of energy, and that's what pure love is, that lifts everybody else too. That touches the world. That's how we change the world. Now, I'm not saying don't show up at the demonstrations, and don't ignore those things that pull at your heart, that are on your mind, that are in your soul. We don't deny those. We don't put our heads in the sand. That's not something we do. But what we do first is become very clear. Where am I investing? Am I investing in the love that I am here to be a channel for? Am I investing in the pure possibility and the infinite potential that is God in me coming forth in divine, radiant, powerful, magnificent expression? Or am I investing so deeply in suffering, tragedy, anger, resentment, that that's all I can see or experience? Years ago, I remember someone saying, your body eavesdrops on your mind. Life shows up for me as a metaphor. So whatever I am seeing, interpreting, and energizing and paying attention to in the world in an overt way and out of balance way, it shows up in my body. I don't know, some of you might have that same experience. Your body eavesdrops on your mind. So here's something else. My finances eavesdrop on my mind. My self-discipline will eavesdrop on my mind. My relationships eavesdrop on my mind. So in other words, how we do one thing is how we do everything. So if my mind is in this place of fear, of condemnation, of nothing but abject criticism, cynicism, then that's going to show up in every other area of my body, because that becomes my operating system. There's my OS Sydney. So again, the principle, consciousness first, form second. Consciousness first, form second. It is done unto me as I believe, it is done unto me as I perceive. It is done unto me as I believe, it is done unto me as I perceive. I wish I could claim authorship of that. It came from the teacher Jesus, and also shows up in every other spiritual path on the planet in different words. But that is the truth. That is a deep truth that we can all embrace. The big idea is that, are you willing to pay attention to what your operating system is, what the perceptions are, what the beliefs are, what is showing up in your life, so that you begin to say, well, you know what? This is working here, but I want to clean it up over there, and maybe that'll affect everything. Are we willing to do that? Because that willingness is what opens us up to the guidance, to the inspiration, the possibility. And once we know what is going on in our thinking, then we are able to so much more effectively move out into the world and be productive, to be healers, to be change makers. And that's really what I think that those of us who are part of this teaching, this path, that's what our calling is. And it doesn't have to be that we stand on a soapbox and talk about it, but it could also be that we show up in those quiet ways and make sure that someone who's hungry has food. That's what a change maker does. So, 3 questions that you can ask yourself anytime if you really want to know what you're thinking. Question 1, I like to call it an inquiry. What does my life look like? What's going on in my life? Number 2, is it possible that my beliefs and my thoughts might have had anything to do with what my life looks like and what's going on? Is it possible that I had a role in this? And number 3, would I like my life to be different? Because if we can look at what's going on, and I'm not saying, oh my God, I'm just horrible at this, look at what I did in my life, but just, oh, that's interesting. I've got some conflict there in my finance. I wonder how I did that. And it's showing up over here too. Well, that's interesting. Well, I must have done it there too. Wonder what I need to change. Or you might look at it and say, I really like this. How do I do more in this area? Because we are here to awaken. It's time to wake up. We just can't sleep anymore. You know, that sleeping is so last night. I just made that up. I didn't say it was good. So we tend to energize our thoughts and our beliefs with lots of emotion and feeling and passion. You know, here we are in Southern California. We are right here in the entertainment industry. We really like to emote. We like to emotionalize our thoughts and our emoting. We like to share our emoting, don't we? Oh my gosh. Yes, we like the drama. But the thing is, we can be so seduced by the drama that we begin to think that the drama is actually the thing. It's not the thing. There's always a cause. There's always consciousness first, form second. So what has happened to create this experience that is so dramatic that it got our attention, and yet we know that we are here for more than just rearranging the deck chairs on the Titanic. We are the tangible creations. The tangible creations. of an unlimited and infinite power and presence for good. And we can use that same power and presence to create and transform our lives. And by the way, we do it whether we know it or not, because it's just how the power of thought works, how the power of belief works, that everything will show up in the form of our lives. So wouldn't it be better to be proactive instead of reactive to what's going on, and to get in front of that financial issue, in front of that relationship issue, in front of that hostility you might have with a partner or a neighbor, to get in front of it and to consciously look at how you might affect the world. This is where we get our power back. So we're not victims of our thinking. We are not victims of our thinking, but we are celebrants of our thinking. And when we begin to say, okay, well, I created this, but I'm still of God, so that means this too must be God. How is this here to bless me? How can I celebrate this? Is there more here for me to know? Am I here still as a being of infinite creation? I must be, because here I am, and I'm using that word infinite creation. That's part of the operating system. What can I do now to move into a greater vibration of wholeness? What is it that I can do? And so that's part of what we do here. We have great, great focus on spiritual practice, on education, on classes that are designed specifically to help all of us unfold at the highest level, to create at the highest level, to explore joy, to be abundant, healthy, wholehearted beings. That's why we do this. That's why we do this, because life is better when you're happy. I mean, you know, it's interesting. Ernest Holmes never wanted to create, he was the founder of this teaching, religious science, science of mind and spirit, and he never wanted to create a religion. And yet, later in his life, when it had indeed become a path of religion, he was asked, why did you create another religion when there were all of these other religions to begin with? And he said, I tried all of them. I didn't like them. I think a lot of us here have done the same thing. I tried that one. I didn't like it. I tried that. Oh, no, that's not. But this is going beyond that idea of religion into that spiritual knowing that we are each here as channels for the highest good, for the divine, for love. We are not random or accidental manifestations of some deity out there that decided to create, I'll just call it humans, and I'll throw them against the wall and see if it sticks. That's not how creation happened, okay, 13 billion years ago. We are part of the evolution. We are part of the expansion. We are part of the growing. Let's be conscious about that. Let's not be subject to it like this, but let's say, I choose to be part of the evolution. I choose to be part of the expansion. I choose to be part of my own evolving soul, my own ever-evolving life. I choose to be in agency and choice. Big difference, isn't it? Big difference, because we are not victims. We are not victims. It sometimes is going to feel like that, but you know what? Not the truth. Not the truth. One of my teachers used to say, well, so here's the phrase you can use. It may be a fact, but it's not the truth. It may be a fact. And you know my abbreviation for the word fact, F-A-C-T, fluid assessment of a current trend. Fluid assessment of a current trend, which means facts don't stay facts. They don't stay factual. They change. But the world is flat. No, now we know it's not. You can never fly to the moon. No, now we know we can. All of that. Well, there's no cure for these diseases like, measles, the cure for a common cold or anything like that. No, we know there is. Yeah. By the way, just an aside, and I'll probably piss you off, but yes, we believe in science. Okay. Johnny Coleman taught this. Johnny Coleman was a giant in New Thought, and she created a mega church of New Thought in Chicago at a time when it did not exist. She disrupted the system. She disrupted the thinking. And she was a black woman who wasn't allowed in a lot of places, but she created this wonderful, amazing center that still exists today. And she used to say this: I am the thinker that thinks the thought that makes the thing. I am the thinker that thinks the thought that makes the thing. So, what did you think today that might have made a thing? Did you have the thought, oh God, I just don't have enough money? And then, because you're the thinker that makes the thought that makes the thing, did you get the thing? Or maybe you had the thought, man, I'm getting old. I'm getting forgetful. It's really hard to be old and stiff and pain. And then because you're the thinker that thinks the thought that makes the thing, did you create the thing? I am the thinker that thinks the thought that makes the thing. I am the thinker that, say that. I am the thinker that thinks the thought that makes the thing. That in its simplest form is exactly what we teach. So it is up for us to be extremely awake to our thoughts and not just let the random garbage which goes on in the world be that which is what we are investing in. We do not have to do that. I don't like the return on that investment. You? Okay. I want to go back to what I read before. One individual who vibrates to the energy of pure love will counterbalance the negativity of 750,000 who do not. Ernest Holmes said it this way: such is the power of right thinking that it cancels and erases everything unlike itself. It answers every question, solves all problems, is the solution to every difficulty. It is the sunlight of eternal truth bursting through the clouds of obscurity and bathing all in its glory. It is the absolute with which you are dealing and nothing less. We are amazing. We are connected to amazing. We are channeling amazing. We are sourced by amazing. We are powered by amazing. We are the minds, the creators, the channels, the vehicles for amazing, amazing, nothing less. We are here for that. So I am the thinker who thinks the thought that makes the thing. Are we surrendering our power, our agency, our choice, or are we claiming it? Are we claiming it and using it? So let me ask another way. During this past week, did you possibly surrender your innate power to create and to live peacefully? Did you surrender it to the fear-centric, panic-driven mass thinking of the world out there? Just imagine for a moment, is there an area where that might have happened? And you hear me say this a lot. Where in your own life, perhaps this last week, the last several months, have you allowed yourself to be defined by the world instead of divined by God? We can be defined and limited by this world, or we can be divined by the infinite intelligence which we are. Have you claimed your divinity? You know, Jesus said, it's done unto you as you believe, not as you hope or you wish. This is one from Myrtle Fillmore, and I'm almost done, I promise. Myrtle Fillmore was the co-founder of Unity with her husband, Charles Fillmore, and she wrote, anything that doesn't measure up to the Christ level of perfection can be changed. Now, just as easily you can substitute, because the Christ standard of perfection simply means the undeniable wholeness of God that you and I are. So you could just as simply say, anything that doesn't measure up to the Buddha standard of perfection, the Kuan Yin standard of perfection, the Moses standard of perfection, the Allah standard of perfection, any of it can be changed. Because one individual who vibrates to the energy of pure love will counterbalance the negativity of 750,000 who do not. Let's pray. Thank you. So we choose now to say, I am awake, I am aware, I am conscious, I am here, and I know and recognize that there is only the one infinite power and presence. I call it love. I call it life. I call it infinite intelligence. I call it great spirit. I call it that universal presence. It cares not what I call it, but it is calling me. It is calling us to recognize that we are fully embraced, saturated, surrounded, and filled by that presence, and that presence is love. And that love is ever moving, ever flowing, ever creating, and we say yes to all of it. So I know that we are each part of that and one with each other. We share this planet, we share this life, we share this love, and together we are as God created me, in the light and the love and the glory. And we choose to know that we vibrate. We have already been hooked up and connected. We vibrate to the energy of pure love. And so I know that this experience is a blessing for us in this church. It blesses this church. It blesses all churches, all paths to God, all mosques, all temples, all ashrams, all synagogues, all cathedrals, anywhere where people come together, the light shines brighter. So we surround this entire planet with the knowing of this love, of this vibration. We surround any area which right now, whether it's in our country or anywhere else, that might be experienced, the appearance of separation, showing up as violence, knowing that there is a deeper answer. There is a deeper response. We bring love to that. We bring light. Anything that is on our hearts, we bring love, we bring light, we bring peace, because that is the choice we make, and that is the choice we can make, and that is the choice that absolutely opens up that space and that place for transformation, for magnificence, and for the radiant brilliance of God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. So we are grateful to know this. We are grateful that we do this, and we just simply accept. Release this word into the activity of spiritual law, knowing it is so. And together we say, Amen. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. Let's turn up the lights.
So
Ushers, would you come forward?
For all that I have,
I am so blessed. I am so blessed.
I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
When we claim our agency, when we claim our ability to choose and to function within a spiritual operating system, it means that we are stewards of our thinking, of our lives, that we participate as stewards in a community and in our families and in the world. This is the opportunity for all of us to show concrete evidence and to express in a way of stewardship. So I invite you to take your gift, your tithe, your love offering, knowing that your offerings, by the way, go forth to support this community, to give us air conditioning and heat and light and parking and all of that. And so I invite you to take that and hold it to your heart and to say with me, from the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and belief. It does good work in the world and returns to me multiplied abundantly. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Right
Kevin
now.
Fisher in the house, yes. Give it up.
Thank you for the love. Side by side on the sidewalk, walking hand in hand. Lover to lover, playing each other like a baby grand. Oh, look at us go. People try to tell us everybody's jealous. Oh, 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 good thing make you sing along. Happy, happy, I wanna see you laughing, laughing. The only things happening, happening are good things. The sun comes up and it smiles at us every single day. Starts up shining, seeing us smiling, what can I say? Oh, look at us go. People try to tell us everybody's jealous. Oh, 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 good things, good things. I wanna bring you good things, good things. I wanna sing you sweet songs that make you sing along. Happy, happy, I wanna see you laughing, laughing. The only things happening, happening are good things. Good things, baby. Good things are what you gave me. Good things save me. Baby, you make me crazy. Hey, good things. I wanna bring you good things, good things. I wanna sing you sweet songs that make you sing along. Happy, happy, I wanna see you laughing, laughing. The only things happening, happening are good things. Good things, baby. Good things, good things, good things.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you, Kevin. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin Fisher. Thank you to our band. And thank you to our digital ministry team. Thank you. You guys do a great job. Here are announcements for this morning. If you are new and want to know more about what's going on here, visit our welcome table. You go out this door to your left and to your left, and you'll find it.
And I'm going to interrupt for a second.
Please.
'Cause you know I always
Please.
do. As we exit the sanctuary, just bear in mind that we do have people praying in here, so we love you, but get out of here.
We have coffee on the patio, so
We do have coffee and snacks
don't
and all
leave
of
the
that.
present. Thank you. You can easily make one-time or reoccurring donations to our church through our text-to-give number, our QR code, or through our website, nhcrs.org/give, and thank you. Prayer with a practitioner is available after the service in the sanctuary or on Zoom. Please leave the sanctuary quietly after the service to allow sacred prayer. Also, Zoom attendees, please join our virtual patio after the service for spiritual and social connection. Every Sunday at 10:30 a.m., our junior church is open. Babies, kids, and teens are all welcome. Sign in for children starts at 10 a.m. The Wednesday Wake Up with Reverend Skip Jennings this Wednesday is at 7 p.m. The topic is, what is heart-centered spirituality?
Sorry. Not sorry.
Our prayer shawl ministry with practitioner Lisa Barish meets today at 12:15 in the Ernest Holmes room. Yay. And our health and wellness ministry, yay, with practitioner Matt Pleskovic meets today at 12:15 in the junior church. Join Reverend Skip today at 5 p.m. on Zoom to find out all about his Valley trip that is in March 2026, and their sign-up is on the patio. Save the date, next Sunday, October 5th, Dr. David Alt will be speaking at our celebration service and then facilitating the Worry Workshop from 1 to 2:30 p.m. The suggested love offering is $20 or more. We will also be serving soup and salad on the patio before the workshop, so please join us. Mark your calendars. Our NHCRS Animal Blessing is on Saturday, October 11th at 11 a.m. The details are on the patio. Zoom meditation meets Monday through Saturday, 7:55 through 8:15 a.m. Visit our website, nhcrs.org, for Zoom links, info, and to sign up for weekly e-blasts and monthly newsletters. Please follow us on social media and post what you love about our services, and thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Practitioners, would you please come forward so people can pray? And if you have never availed yourself of the support of a prayer practitioner, these people are so good at helping to support you on the journey in a powerful, positive, energetic, and successful way. So let's stand and sing our peace song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as our mother, loved ones all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment, peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. All right, so I'm going to invite you to repeat after me. I am at home in the heart of God.
I'm at home in the heart of
My
God.
life is anchored in truth.
My life is anchored in truth.
I can never be separate.
I can never be separate.
I live in the consciousness of peace.
I live in the consciousness of peace.
I release all fear.
I release all fear.
I am living love.
I am living love.
Have a blessed week.